Hindi, please, Chaja. Are we up? Are we online? Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Those of you online, I can't be able to see you, but I will assume in my head that you are there. So I will be with you, and then I will be with the other gentleman that is here. Um, Good afternoon. My name is Suleiman Hayat. I will be your facilitator for this course, which is SEE 101, Intro to Computers, Computer System. I have shared on the WhatsApp group a diagram of what we'll be covering from week 1 to week 4. I believe most of you must have seen it. If you haven't seen it, please, those of you in the WhatsApp group, please share it to the, what's the second platform called? The other platform, Telegram. Please share it on Telegram so that everybody will be on the same page, okay? Like I said, my name is Suleiman Hayat, and a brief about myself, just real quick. I had my BSc in 2011, software engineering. I had my master's afterwards, and then I worked at this university for a very long while as a system developer. I started as an intern, and I used to lead software developer or principal software analyst. After that, I went to Al University. I worked as a lecturer there. I taught software programming courses and software programming courses mostly. Currently, I'm in Cosmopolitan University and I'm teaching and I'm an administrative staff. Now, most of us here have dealt with computer at some point in time today. Today, someone must, at some point in time, in fact, right now we are dealing with computers. Because if you're online, it means you are using what? A computer. Now, what is a computer? In a nutshell, computer is just a device that allows you to pass in data, it processes that data, and it gives what? An output. So in a nutshell, we can define computer in 3 words, which is what? Input, process, output. Now, this is not some neurology or some rocket science. It's as simple as if I should ask you 1 plus 1, what will you tell me? 2, right? Now, how do you come about the 2? Is the question. If you think about it, when I say 1 plus 1, I'm giving you what? An input. And then you think about it, and then you add that one to the other one, and then you produce what? An output, which is what? 2. So that means we have an input, a process, and an output. Now, if I should ask you 1 million times 27, someone will say 27 million, right? Simple, huge number. Then if I say divide by 3, now it starts to get complicated. And that is when we need to start using some form of computer. Now, most of us here, well, let me not say most of us, since I've not done the research, but many people think computer has to do with personal computers. No. A computer can be a calculator. It's a computer. It receives input, processes it, and produces outputs. It can be what? It can be a thermometer, the digital one. So, in this class, we're going to talk about computer systems. Now, the agenda for this course, or for this particular class, is the definition of a computer. Or definition of what? Computer system. And then from there, we'll venture a bit into software. Then we'll go into hardware. And then we'll go into what? Types of computers. Or type of computers, yeah. Then we will discuss on question and answers, and then assignment. Now, for the assignment, I have to wait until the LMS, that is the Learning Management System, is up and running for the facilitators. Now, please, I tend to talk fast, so please, if I'm being fast, you can talk. You can talk on the chat. You can see the chat, right? You can talk on the chat. No, no, I can't. I'm presenting. So, if I'm being fast, please inform or just post it to the chat, and then I will be informed, and then I can slow down. Okay. Sometimes I talk faster than my tongue. Okay. So that being said, what is a computer system? Now, most of the times, we don't understand the difference between computers and computer system. And, well, they're basically the same thing, but when you talk about a computer, you're talking about a single computer. But when you're talking about computer systems, then you're talking about a complex interconnection of hardware, software, and data that collaborate to process information, manage resources, and facilitate communication. Now, it also encompasses physical components such as processors, such as memory, such as input and output devices, and the software itself that process or that makes all those come to life. Now, like I said, the computer can be anything that receives input, processes, and produces an output. Any electronic device, per se. So it can be a digital thermostat, like a thermometer like this one, where you can check someone's temperature without even connecting it to the person's body. Now, in the first part of the definition, it says interconnection of what? Hardware, software, and data. Now, what is this hardware, software, and data? Okay, so we'll pick the second item, which is software. Now, I am here being a bit biased because I am from the software engineering field and I want to deal with my own field first. Because it has been said that in the first 15 minutes of the class, people lose interest. I don't want you guys to lose interest in my own specialization. So let me start with my specialization first, and then I will go to the other ones. Okay? Now, what is software? The software can be defined as a set of instructions that tell a computer what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. What did I say? I said a software can be defined as a set of instructions that tells a computer what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. Now, let me give you a simple case scenario. Imagine your phone decides to call somebody without your own permission. Will you take that phone as a good phone? So is it because of call? Let's assume your phone decides to transfer 10 million naira to another person. Will you still continue using that phone? No, right? That is because the phone is not supposed to act until certain triggers happen, until certain inputs have been inserted into it. That is when it will know what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. Okay? Now, the software alone cannot be able to solve problems because if you look at a computer, generally it's designed to solve what? Problems. The software alone cannot solve problems without the aid of what? Hardwares. Now, this software we're talking about, there are different types of software. But for the sake of this particular class, we will discuss two. Okay? System software or operating systems. Now, the system software is typically a type of software that is responsible for managing computer resources, and it serves as a bedrock for other software to be installed and used. Example of such kind of software include things like your Windows, Ubuntu Linux, Mac OS. If you go into things like phones, you'll be looking at things like iOS, you'll be looking at things like Android, you'll be looking at things like BlackBerry, and so on. Yes, like this. I'm good time to do. All right, no problem. I will hold it like this. I think everybody can hear me online, right? Okay. Now, operating systems manage resources. It tells the system how to do things. Other software packages are installed on top of an operating system. Now, let me give you a simple example. Imagine you buy a brand new phone, right? A brand new phone. Does it come with OK? The brand new phone you buy, your brand new iPhone, does it come with OK? I don't think so. Does it come with Pumpy? It doesn't, right? But does it come with iOS? Yes, it does. Why? Because you need iOS to be able to install other type of software packages. Okay. Now, the second type of software we're going to discuss is application software. Now, application software is a software that is designed specifically to perform a specific function. That is it. It's a software designed to perform a specific function. Now, let me give you a simple example. Imagine you open your bank application and then you started playing the video. Will you take that seriously? I don't think so, right? All right, now imagine you open Snapchat and then all of a sudden you see enter account number to transfer to. Will you agree with that? No, because that is not the function it's designed for. Or let's say, imagine you open Facebook and then it opens Twitter. Or imagine you start Facebook and then it opens audio player. Now, you get to see that this application software only allows you to do a specific something. Now, application software that we can think of at the top of our head is the ones you can see on your screen, and then there are more. You have your Office packages, you have your multimedia packages, you have your web, there are so many of them. Application software, there are so many of them. Now, mostly In a course like this, you deal with what? Application software. Because no bank will hire you to come and develop operating system for them. They don't need it. No university will hire you to come and develop an operating system for them. They don't need it. Most institutions will call you to develop portals, management systems, and so on and so forth. Now, in the event, it's going to be next impossible for a company to tell you to come and develop an OS for them. I don't think so. If not, we'll have different companies having different operating systems that they only work with their own operating system. It's very difficult to develop your own operating system. So most the, the systems you'll be developing will be what? Application software. Your software is going to solve a specific problem, and that is it. Okay. So now that we've discussed on software, let's go to the other side. Hardware. Now, what is hardware? Physical parts you can see, touch, and you can add or remove. They are what? Physical. They are what? Physical. You can see them, you can touch them, and you can even decide to remove them and change them with brand new ones. Okay? Are we okay? All right. Now, a computer system comes many hardware or hardwares. How many of you guys have been to a mechanic? You you meet mechanic working on a car engine. No, right? Components coming together to what? Make same with hardware. It's different components from different give you what you are viewing now for a hardware or categories of what? Hardware. You have things like input devices, allows you to pass information. That is what? Input device. Information into, those include things like mouse, things like scanners, things like joysticks, even barcode scanners. How many of you guys have gone shop and decide to buy something and then they bring out a scanner and the barcode of that item and then they tell you the price is this and you go. I believe everyone, right? Even those of us online. At each instance, you have to type in the serial number of that particular product. Now, is trying to do it quickly to be able to type. That will consume. If you're dealing with a mall where you have thousands of people coming in to do things, then you have a very long queue. First, and then sleep the next day without getting their items settled. Okay. Now, apart from input devices, there are things called output devices. Now, these are devices that allows you to see, practically see, hear, and be able to read things. Things like your monitor or the screen of your phone. They are output devices. They allows you to see the end result of what is going on. Things like your headphones. Your headphones allows you to receive information and then you hear it as what? As an audio. And plotters, they are all what? Output devices. Okay? Now, processing devices data from input devices, and then they process that data, and then the output devices. Okay, I'm moving at 108. Let me wet my tongue so that it will. Those of you online, so you can see me. My this thing is very funny as a. Those of you online, are you with me? Can we get a bit of a short period for the guys online so that I can be able to know if they are with me or not? Okay. Those of you online, are you with me? Those of you online, are you with me? Am I too fast? Am I too fast? If it's almost breaking the glasses on the window. Is the audio okay now? All right. Those of you online, Chairman, do you have okay? Those of you online, do you have any questions so far? Okay. Okay. Now I think we can continue, right? Okay. Now, all right. Now, the second one after that is the power units. No, I'm using my phone and somebody called. Sorry, guys, I'm using my phone data and somebody called, so I went offline for a bit. But I think we're back online now. All right, good. Let's continue. Now, look at this power unit like the heart of a person. The heart is to every component of your body, including your fingernails and your hair. Now, that is what this power box do. A hard drive. A hard drive allows you to store data permanently until you decide to delete it. Now, I have seen many people thinking that because I delete the file from my phone means that it doesn't exist anymore. Please be careful, it does exist. Just because you delete something from your phone doesn't mean that it will be recovered. If there's need for it to be recovered, believe me, I think it's because I'm using my phone network and people keep calling me, and I don't want a situation whereby we will keep having breakage and all. You can hear me right now? You can hear me now, right? Okay. So let's take 5 to 10 minutes break so that I can change my network to the university network, and then let's see what we can do from there on. Is the audio clear now? Audio clear now? Can we continue? Um, you're okay, right? Though I have missed about corruption, but I think we can continue. All right. Now, um, the power units, you have things like the storage. Now, the storage, what it does is it allows you to store data time, like I said. And the data now, any problem? Are we recording are we recording this? We're recording, right? Okay, no problem. Okay. Now, like I said, even phone, it doesn't mean that the data is gone. It just means that you cannot see it. Use to retrieve, but so please know what you keep on your phone or on your personal devices so that you will not become a victim of cyberbullying and the rest. Okay. Now, the RAM allows for a very short period of time, or the moment the computer is turned off, you lose the data in. That is why no, we don't store permanent, store it in the hard drive. Now, state of the art, and the hard drive you're looking at is different types of RAM. You have things like DDR3, and so on and so forth. For the hard drive, you have things like HDD hard drive, keep rotating, and it takes. And then you have things like SSDs. Have any disk inside, it stores data and the you have NVMe. It's like to a fighter jet when it comes to speed. Now, I will give you to watch. Believe with the level of sophistication and level of into developing a computer. So the thing, wow, people even think of this. That is kind of thinking that will come into your mind. You get to realize that been thought of, and so many things are things as a right now to make the world a better place. Okay. The last item on the list of processing devices is the motherboard. It's the house that keeps all the components together. It's called holds both the hardware, the software, everything goes to the motherboard. The motherboard, it holds the output devices, it holds the power unit, it holds the processing unit, and data around. That is the rule of what? The motherboard. There are many type of computers or computer. For a starter, most of us know what the computers we use every day. There are other types of computer. We'll discuss some few of them. Things like PCs, which is personal computers, things like mainframes, you have things like supercomputer devices, IoTs, computer type. The type computer is a computer that, okay, it includes things like and so on. Now, when I say take like for the desktop, you can't be working around with your desktop left, right, and center. Uh, is it okay? It seems as if you're not down, right? Mine is still up. Okay. Uh, can we use your personal data here? We're going to just use my phone speaker instead. Okay, sorry about that. Can you hear me now? I'm greeting. Welcome, Israel. Sorry about that. It's something above our. But can you hear me now? So I think let's jump forward. Like my teacher used to say in secondary school, let's jump forward. Personal computers are computers that belongs to, like it's my own computer, or computers that belongs to like in cyber cafes, in computer labs, and so on and so forth. Okay. As at I think the only personal computer I can remember was one of our friend that his father was, I think, Pamsec then. He had a computer then, and we used to go to his house just to play game. For your turn, they say, go and buy something and bring it, and then we run. They're all over the place. You can all over the place. After the lecture, I will give that answers your question. Apart from personal computer, now a server is not to serve resources to other. A request is sent from your computer to a server. Server, I want you to give me, when you type google.com as a client, so when you type google.com from your computer to the Google server, it can be in Lagos, it can be in Russia. So the request is sent to that, then that server receives the request saying, and then it sends back a response with Google. When you type in, it still sends another request back to Google server saying, who is Mr. Hayat on search for Mr. Hayat, and then to send you back a response of the result I can find. In fact, it's to go through all of them as the first page of Google search. Don't get me wrong. How many times have you done a Google search? Can you see? Read the password 001. Okay, I see. Talk service guys. Okay. Now, however, there's another type of computer called a main. Okay, a mainframe is a computer designed performance and handle massive volume of processing and process transactions efficiently. And they are scalable. They are highly reliable, robust, and you can add things to it. You can scale up, down. Now, mainframes are commonly used in less scale enterprises, financial and health care for crucial business applications such as batch processing and hosting. Okay, what will happen is I think the video is being recorded, so that you will be able to listen to it afterwards. Because I don't like the idea of and I'm here sweating, trying to for the time being. I believe moving forward, the IT to see that all of the infrastructure and and and, and I'm sorry for the. All right. Apart from mainframes, we have something called a supercomputer. Is okay. Supercomputers are highly to solve complex computational at high speed. Okay, so to solve complex computational, right now deals with satellite data. Now imagine data that is going to be generated by the satellites that hover over us in space. Do you think my probably not? Do you think a server can take it? Do you think it's right? But the problem starts from cost of a computer because first of all, you need to be able to set up such that you have slave masters and so on and so forth. First, that when we reach operating systems and so on. Okay, uh, I think I think we'll discuss on operating system. Now, the last one that we're going to talk about things. Now, what is IoT? To the network of interconnected devices, objects embedded with sensors, actuators, and software that enable them to collect, exchange, and analyze with physical world and other devices over the this particular IoT, the field is very, very physical world. It deals with things that we can be able to do. Now, let me give you a simple example. Imagine a smart home. How many of you guys have heard of smart homes? Smart home is a house that has sensors all over. It will send a signal to your car. Your car will respond saying you need to get without you pressing any button, without you doing anything. Of the car and you reach the door, the system will scan you without doing any input. It will open the door without you actually pushing the door. Then the air condition is already on. If you want on TV, uh, on light, set to 16 degrees. So it's like you're communicating to a human being and actuators that you're communicating with. And they do this over software and over a network. Okay? Now, the bit of IoT is endless. Just imagine deploying IoT in a chicken farm. What that would translate to is that you don't need to feed the chicken, you don't need to feed the chicken medicines, you don't need to scan and feed the chicken based on the requirement of the chicken at that point in time. So these are things, IoT is a field that is, and a lot of you guys will want to venture into it. I believe I don't know, they might decide to do IoT food. That way we really appreciate Internet of Things. Okay, with this, I will call the class. Before I conclude the class, I would like to We started the class by me introducing myself as we define a computer system. And after we define the computer system, then we pick out key, explore them. Okay, those key items that were selected, things like software, things like hardware, things like input, each and every one of them in accordance. Now, I will open the floor, then we will move to the next item, rest. Those of us that have chicken in the pot already, you can go and eat your chicken to my place of residence. Thank you very much. Question and answers. Okay. Anyone specifically? Anyone specifically? Other devices from where? Is Windows type of software. It's Windows. Yes. Okay, so the question is asking is that, sorry guys, I don't know if you can hear me, but the question is asking and the rest, and then I made more emphasis on the hardware, right? Now, the reason why I made more emphasis on this, all of you here are doing what? Software engineering, because it's like a take biology in secondary school. Will it work? Hayat, I saw you wanted to ask a question. So that I can be able to post the lecture watch. So I think what I will do is I will. I think you guys should be able to go there and you will not miss on anything. Believe you me, when you see the sorry for the network glitch. I think next time I think we'll find for us to work with. Network issue by God grace. Okay. Okay, for the physical lectures, okay, no problem. I will talk after that. Oyose, Matthew, I'm sorry about that. I'm waiting for them to LMS portal. login so that we can be able to log in and start uploading materials. All right, thank you very much, everybody. I think the time is around 3:40. It's almost time for us to prepare. I will let each and every one of you go so that you can lecture, or you can revise the lecture. I will try to post the notes to the WhatsApp group. On the Telegram platform, I can't post messages. I don't know why. Assuming I can post, I will have posted the notes there for us to start, but I can't post for now. So I get the notes there. I haven't given an assignment yet. I want to communicate with the lead so that I can be able to know the type of questions I should ask or the type of questions I can ask, because I don't want a situation whereby I will ask for. I want to give a question whereby everybody will go and think and then devise a good work to us. All right, thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a lovely afternoon. Have a lovely afternoon. See you next week, Friday. Have a lovely